Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 201.
201.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. They are specialists, especially in Walt Disney World, Disneyland.
Disney Cruise Line.
Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney. But if you're looking to travel for the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival or the Food and Wine Festival, which is what we're talking about today.
Exactly. We did that on purpose, of course.
I did not, but I always make that mistake. But anyway, they can help you with that.
And also, Maple Leaf Tickets, our official ticket agency. The best deals on tickets in town. Check them out. It has arrived, as we mentioned before, the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival.
And here are the lines to get in. And if we could title the show, it would be How to Go to the Epcot Food and Wine Festival Without Spending Much Money.
That's right.
Because we spent it all at Minnie's Halloween Dine.
That's right. That's true. We had a limited budget that week, and we made a decision to do the Minnie's Halloween Dine. And
yes.
it was, well, I'm glad we did. It was wonderful. But it's still, we always have a good time at Food and Wine, and we'll talk about what we have done.
Well, and we did quite a bit. I mean, we're going to talk about the Remy's Hide and Squeak, and quite a bit more, actually.
So lots to see there. So what do you have to say? What kind of information do you have for us for the Food and Wine Festival?
Well, it goes through November 14th. This is the longest year ever at 62 days.
Wow.
It's a long time. 30 kiosks, or 30 or more. You've got the Eat to the Beat concerts, events that include even this year a Trader Sam's event. So they're kind of going out to the resorts too. They're not just stopping with World Showcase and Future World.
They will take your money everywhere.
Anyway, they also have a sampler package. It seems a little high to me. It's there's actually two of them, but the cheaper one is $59, and you get 8 food or beverage items, and there's even exclusions, it says.
I think the lobster roll is excluded from it.
But it's about $7.50 each per item, and then you get a pin. It seems, again, a little high. It depends what you want to
Right, if you're going to do it anyway, you could make it work. Definitely.
You think so?
Yeah. We should test the theory when we get back. If we have any money left.
When we get back from our trip, yes.
Yes. So what you're looking here now is the former area that the cranberry bog would be.
So that was Ocean Spray, and they had it for a number of years, but there was like 1 year in between they didn't have it, so you never know if it will come back. I always enjoyed the cranberry bog, and then you get your samples of, it's nice to get samples when you're there.
I enjoy the free samples of cranberries, and also the Ghirardelli chocolate too.
Yes, and we did get that, the Ghirardelli, yes. And there's Topiary Mickey, and he is back. I believe this is for a second year, and it's nice to see him back.
I love the topiaries. It almost makes me think it's our
Flower
favorite
Garden.
place,
I wish there was a few more. So what we did first was we did the Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak. We did this last year as well. This is the second year. And we were asked if the prizes were the same, and we will show you later. They're a little bit different than last year. And here is the map, and you have the stickers on the side. And we are going to show some spoilers.
Just the first 3. We're going to show the first 3 Remy's. But if you don't want to see there'll be a little thing on the bottom here. You just click on that, look below, and you can jump past all this stuff.
Except by now you have already found Remy, so in Canada.
That's true. That is true.
So maybe we'll do that jump a little bit earlier.
That's right.
So anyway, what you do is you find Remy, and so let's say he has a squash, which is, I believe, what he has in this case, in Canada, and then you put the sticker on the map. And for each map that you purchase for $8.99, and we did receive a 10% annual pass discount.
First time they've ever given a discount, by the way, in the history of this game. So they raised the price by $1, and then they gave you a 90-cent discount between last year. But this is only
the second year, so the history of the game. But you're talking about Finalmation.
Yes, I'm also talking about the game they have for the Easter egg game.
And we enjoy that as well. They are a little more challenging this time. Not everyone, as you could see, Canada was very easy.
But this one, France, I'm telling you, you'll be so happy that we're giving this clue away if you are there, because it took forever. They hid it way down here by the water. So if you didn't find it while you're walking into France, you're walking around aimlessly looking for this Remy.
We spent a lot of time on this.
I have to say, I spotted it on my own without any help.
I am shocked by that. But probably like 3 or 4 of them probably were very challenging, where other ones were a little bit easier. We were told where the one in Italy would be, so we kind of had an idea where that one would, and that would have taken us a little bit of time.
By the way, even if you don't find them, you can get a pin. You can actually get a pin when you purchase the map right there instantly.
And you could buy 6 maps, get 6 pins, as long as they're all still
available.
There,
you
right?
can just buy all the. Basically, you're buying the pins.
Right, and you got there's one with a baguette there and with a carrot.
You'll never guess the one we chose.
We did get the baguette one.
Of course, because we support the baguette, the purchase of buying those
We
wonderful
buy them
baguettes.
all the time, except we didn't buy one this time at Epcot.
Well, because it was festival time.
It was, and we ate 3 samples.
That's right.
and
we actually went to China and ate a normal meal at China during the festival.
Just a counter service meal.
But here we go. The France Pavilion is opening for the first time on the first day of the festival, and there's all the happy chefs and servers there.
Yeah, so you know what? It was really fun to see this, and France is my favorite country, so it was really nice to be there for this.
So, of course, we had to get your favorite beef bourguignon.
We did, and it was yummy, and when we are in Paris very soon, we will be getting that as well.
I'm sure we will. I anticipate that.
And we also, I don't remember what this is called. It's like a caramel flan, but that was excellent too. So both of these I would get again. We always like to stop in France. We always like to support them. They're really...
That was good. It was like a chocolate flan, I think.
I think that's sort
of what it was.
Maybe it was like a chocolate caramel flan, but it was excellent. I should know. We only had a few samples. I should remember. But anyway, we had a really good time here. Then we headed to the Chase Lounge.
And we always love the Chase Lounge. Air conditioning and free drinks. How could you go wrong with that?
Well, I really liked the signs. Not this one was not an exciting sign, but nor that one. There was one that I really liked.
To perfection.
I'm waiting for the sign that I liked.
And there it is.
There it is. I thought that was like the best sign ever.
I like the little part in the bottom. No, you didn't, but you did find ample seating.
But I don't even know if that was true. I think
we did not find any seating. We found standing room only.
I sat on the floor.
You actually did sit on the floor.
I did.
But it was always delightful to have the freestyle machines, the Coke Freestyle. And if you wanted coffee, there's a coffee selection there.
And this is for any Chase debit or Visa credit card holder.
Right. But if you have a Disney Visa card, you can get the concert seating, the reserved seating for the concerts. I'll talk about that in a minute. I just want to show the festival wines there. And we did try both of those festival wines.
I didn't try anything.
I tried them.
Did you
like them? A friend of ours had them. They were okay. It was like wedding type flavored wine, wedding wine. It wasn't spectacular.
I've had some good wine at the weddings, so
yeah.
So you never know.
That's true.
But you can see, the seating was pretty full. So it was a really hot day out. So
we'll talk about that later. We will talk about the heat.
Yes.
But I just want to say 50 tickets per show for the reserved seats, at least with that day when we were there. They had 50 wristbands per show.
So you had to get there early. And there is the Jamaican beef patty. I don't think I've ever had a Jamaican beef patty, so Jeff
it was a nice little
gotten that for us.
Surprise, because you said you never had one. You might like it, and I think you ended up liking it.
I thought it was pretty good.
It was good. Less spicy than I've had before, but I would definitely recommend it. It wasn't very expensive.
No, and I mean, it was just, I think for me, just spicy enough. I'm not a big spice person, so just enough. I wouldn't have wanted any more.
And there you go. It's nice for us, easy to split, because you got two little ones instead of one big one. Normally they have one large one when you get them. So
we'll have to go somewhere and actually get a full size one and see how that goes.
Oh, Jamaican bakery will have that. That's
where
I used to get them.
Okay.
I've gotten it in the past. So anyway, so that was the new one of the new areas, kind of new from last year. In the future, we're showing the Future World stuff.
And this is the artistry, I believe, of chocolate and wine. Was that correct? And I did not go into here. I was trying to cool down a little bit.
We're going to talk about your heat issues. I just wanted to kind of show. Now, if this was real chocolate and butter, it would have been long melted because it was incredibly hot that day. But last year, it was a cheese. It was a wine and cheese. And now this year, it's wine and chocolate.
So, I mean, we'll be back here in a couple of weeks. We'll be going to the Food and Wine Festival again. I'm sure we'll try a handful of items.
We'll cover the food more fully. This is sort of an overview of the opening day.
And we'll be talking about it probably another month or so. I mean, we have so much to talk about before then. But definitely they have like the chocolate items and now we're in the chew. I believe this is all kind of the chew area.
Yeah, this is where the butterfly tent would be if it was a
Flower and Garden.
Yes. We like to compare everything to Flower and Garden because we love that so much.
Now, I do love the Flower and Garden a lot. So we didn't eat here, but last year we had several items from here, including the nitro chocolate truffle, which I know is back this year because I saw somebody had it online, and that was excellent.
So because of your heat issues, we decided we needed to go to air conditioning, which was the festival center, and it was delightful.
And I do recommend, it has been super hot, and I got sick for several days afterwards. So I had like a heat stroke, and I thought I drank a lot, but just be careful when it's this hot out.
Absolutely. Make sure you have those electrolytes, something like a Powerade, something like that. That would be a
good
air
thing. Conditioning.
And yes, well, that's the festival
where we
center.
Are. And what we're really here for ultimately is the chocolate displays in the Ghirardelli section. But we're going to take a little bit of a look around, I believe, too.
Right. And you and I both remember when this was the Wonders of Life Pavilion.
I do. And
the Making of Me, Body Wars.
And Cranium Command was a favorite of mine as well.
Oh, loved Cranium Command. That was a lot of fun. So, yes, that was always brings back memories when we go in here twice a year, it seems, these days. For both festivals have activities. But as we were talking about earlier, this is the chocolate display, and it was wonderful.
So this is called the Chocolate Experience from the Bean to the Bar. You can get a free sample of Ghirardelli chocolate, but what we come here for mostly is to see the chocolate displays. And each year, I think this is about the third year now that they have had these different chocolate displays. This one is Star Wars. And the various, let's say the Boardwalk Bakery, the Grand Floridian Bakery, the Contemporary, they create these incredible displays out of chocolate.
Fully chocolate. I mean, this is not unlike the chocolate Easter egg displays that they have at the Grand Floridian, except, obviously they are not forced to make it as an Easter egg themed.
Right, and they are behind glass. They actually had a refrigeration problem on this day, but it sounds like they've got everything under control, so I'm glad about that. Especially, this is my favorite. I'm a big Paris nut. Obviously.
Oh boy, this is awesome. I love this one.
All
this
the Remy's, all the Emils.
Make you hungry.
Love this display so much.
It is fantastic. Again, it was so sad when we heard about that the melting issue they had with the air conditioning. So I'm sure glad they got that fixed.
Well, we were there when it started happening, and I was just so glad that it sounds like hopefully everything was able to be saved. But these are just the most beautiful creations, and here we have Everest, and you have the Yeti.
Yes, quite lifelike in every way.
And you have, I'm going to guess that the rocks are also of chocolate because these are like all chocolate displays, which again amazes me.
Right, everything you see. So it's not just looking at chocolate, though. You can buy chocolate.
Well, here you get your sample, just like as if you went to the Ghirardelli shops
at Disney Springs.
Right, and but not only that, but you can buy drinking chocolate. They also have somewhere where you can learn about cocoa bean processing. So there's a little bit more to it. Here we have Heimlich. He reminds me of his ride.
Yes, the choo-choo train, California Adventure.
I love that ride.
Love it.
Then you have Flick and Ada and other characters from Bug's Life.
Right. Pixar has a very nice presence with the chocolate display.
Absolutely.
And I believe the next display is the pandas.
Right, and that I know is from the Grand Floridian. It is for Disney Nature, Born in China. That is a movie coming up next year. And so it's, it's not got 100 Remy's, but it's got 2 beautiful pandas here. And
so
I think
lifelike and realistic.
They do a tremendous job over there. I mean, they have the Easter eggs, and they do the Grand Floridian gingerbread house. They really have a phenomenal pastry team, really just as all of them do.
So something really top notch that's kind of hidden away in a corner in the festival center. If you can check it out, well worth it. Now we're going to look at some of the merchandise.
Yes, and you have Dooney and Bourke Festival Collection. I do not have any Dooney and Bourkes. They're too expensive for
How many of those do you want? 2, 3?
I don't want any. I have a backpack. That's what I use.
But they are very beautiful. I mean, they're
nice.
like artwork, I think.
Well, they're so popular, and I can understand why. I just don't carry around purses. And here you have so much Figment merchandise, and I think I know this has been flying off the shelves. Somebody said there was a couple items that weren't in stock when they went, but you can see a Figment apron. There are Figment t-shirts. Also, for pass holders, they have a couple of items also with Figment on them. There's Figment pot holders. Just so much items.
I think there are the pot holders now.
Yes.
And it's a very good looking Figment. It's a classic Figment. Some of these Figments that you see at the festivals are more of a cartoony look, but this is from the original attraction. I just like the look of him. I would want
the
all
salt
of
and
this.
pepper shaker.
All of these items I would not mind. They're all very nice.
I would never use a pot holder because I would burn through it. I always use silicone for pot holders, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't look nice in the kitchen.
Absolutely. And all these shirts and everything, I mean, very well done. I like it when we can really get behind the logo choice of the year.
Well, I would love to see Figment have a bigger presence all over Epcot and not just at the Epcot Food and Wine festival.
Not just for merchandise, but actually
not just for merchandise, right?
Update the attraction with some more classic
Absolutely,
looks.
and maybe have a walk-around character. So, but
I heard there's the Stream Finder guy who would also probably be a nice addition.
I think it would be a nice thing. And there is Mickey. Mickey has taken a back seat to Figment this year at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival.
Just a little bit, just not too much. You still see the mouse. The mouse always makes an appearance.
A little bit, but again, I like the Figment. Seeing Figment this year.
Oh, they also have the pass holder glass. We'll have to do that when we get back too. You have to go 3 times to get the pass holder glass.
I totally forgot about that. So if you're an annual pass holder, you can get the free glass just by visiting 3 times, and you don't even have to get a stamp.
I love these ornaments, the Beers Around the World ornaments.
Do you
very
love
nice.
that?
I do.
I like the
that
Figment
should be on our
ornament.
Christmas tree.
I don't know if I need beer on the Christmas tree.
Also, we just want to show Innoventions had some things closing. Some of all Thrills and Stormstruck have closed forever.
For good. So not very much going on in Innoventions now.
There's the famous purple wall, one of the famous purple walls, and you can see they have that area next to the electric umbrella. The entrance to the Stormstruck and all that is also completely closed, so goodbye to that.
Yes, and we are now heading out of the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. We didn't spend very much money on this trip.
We left with money in our pockets, but smiles on our face. We had a good time. And we will go back and we will spend money. It's just we got a big trip coming up. And again, we apologize. Slightly abbreviated show. We'll be back to full 4 shows once we get back from our big trip coming up very soon.
Yes. Thank you for supporting our sponsors, including MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. They are our official travel agency, and we highly recommend them.
And also, Maple Leaf Tickets, our official ticket agency. Best deals on tickets in town. Thanks so much, everybody, for listening. We're starting in the 200s now, believe it or not, on our way to 300, then 500.
No, don't say that. I can't think that far ahead.
Anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.